Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into one of the most pressing issues Ireland is facing right now, the housing crisis. Let's rewind a bit and delve into the roots of Ireland's housing crisis. Ireland's housing problem didn't appear overnight. They have deep historical roots that stretch back decades. Back in the Celtic Tiger era of the 1990s and 2000s, the country experienced rapid economic growth. During that time, the government decided to stop building social housing and left it up to private developers. This decision proved to be a big mistake. Fast forward to today, and Ireland has one of the lowest social housing stocks in Europe, just 9% of total housing, a stark contrast to other European nations. For instance, Austria boasts 24%, and France has 17%. These numbers highlight the significant gap Ireland faces. And then came the 2008 financial crash, which had a devastating impact on the housing sector. The construction sector collapsed. Skilled workers left the country in droves, and numerous projects were delayed for years, if not entirely abandoned. Even now, Ireland is trying to catch up. The efforts to rebuild and meet the housing demand are ongoing but slow. In 2024, only 30,330 homes were completed, a number that falls short of the required targets. This figure represents a 6.7% decrease from 2023, indicating a troubling trend. The current rate of housing completions is far below what's needed to meet the ever-growing demand, leaving many without adequate housing options. The housing crisis in Ireland has been worsened by the refugee crisis in Europe. Over 100,000 Ukrainian refugees have been housed in Ireland since 2022, primarily through the Accommodation Recognition Payment Scheme. This program incentivized homeowners to host refugees with monthly payments of €800. As of March 2025, 37,500 beneficiaries were housed via ARP. Even resettled Syrians receive local authority housing and integration supports, but those entering via the general asylum system face severe challenges securing rentals. This disparity has fueled tensions, with resettled refugees perceived as receiving preferential treatment. Now let's talk about vulture funds, those big investment firms that swoop in and buy up homes. These funds are often seen as opportunistic, taking advantage of economic downturns or housing crises to purchase properties at a fraction of their market value. These funds have acquired over 47,000 Irish homes, making it increasingly difficult for average citizens to find affordable housing. They target areas with high potential for profit, often outbidding local buyers. Often they buy entire developments before regular people even get a chance to bid. This practice not only drives up property prices but also limits the availability of homes for first-time buyers and families looking to settle down. For example, in Dublin's Belcamp Manor, Vulture funds bought 85% of the homes, leaving only a small fraction for individual buyers. This has a significant impact on the local community, as it changes the dynamics of homeownership and rental markets. Renting them out at rates like €3,175 per month, which requires an annual salary of over €127,000 just to afford. This makes it nearly impossible for average earners to live in these areas, pushing them further away from their workplaces and social networks. These funds also exploit homeowners with high mortgage rates. Many people who bought homes during the boom years are now struggling to keep up with their mortgage payments, as interest rates have skyrocketed. Around 7,000 Irish families are stuck paying interest rates of at least 8.5%, which is significantly higher than the rates offered by traditional banks. This financial strain is causing immense stress and hardship for many households. Way above European central bank rates. The disparity between the rates charged by vulture funds and those set by the European Central Bank highlights the predatory nature of these investments. And guess what? Government policies have actually encouraged this behavior by giving tax breaks and stamp duty exemptions to these funds. This has led to widespread criticism and calls for policy reform to protect ordinary citizens from being priced out of the housing market. Corporate landlords are another major player in Ireland's housing crisis. These entities, often large investment firms or real estate companies, have been steadily increasing their hold on the rental market, particularly in urban areas. In Dublin alone, they own over 22.55% of rental properties, a staggering figure that highlights their dominance in the city's housing market. This concentration of ownership gives them significant power to influence rental prices and availability. Compared to just 2.56% outside Dublin, the disparity is clear. In rural areas and smaller towns, the presence of corporate landlords is minimal, which often results in more stable and affordable rental markets. Their focus on profits means rents keep climbing, up by 7.7% year-on-year as of January 2025. This relentless increase in rent prices is making it increasingly difficult for average citizens to afford housing in Dublin, pushing more people out of affordable housing options. The impact is not just financial but also deeply personal, as families are forced to leave their homes and communities. And here's where things get murky. Politics. The intersection of real estate and political interests creates a complex web of influence and power. Did you know that many members of Ireland's Parliament, or TDs, are landlords themselves? This dual role raises questions about their ability to impartially legislate on housing issues. Critics argue this creates a conflict of interest because policies often favour landlords over tenants. The influence of landlord politicians can lead to legislation that prioritises property owners' profits over the needs of renters. For example, Taoiseach Leo Varadkar has publicly defended Vulture funds as necessary. These funds, which buy up distressed properties, are often criticised for driving up housing costs and displacing residents. Meanwhile, homelessness continues to rise. Over 15,286 people, a number that has been steadily increasing despite various government initiatives, including 4,510 children, who are among the most vulnerable in society. The lack of stable housing has far-reaching effects on their education, health, and overall well-being. We're in emergency accommodation as of January 2025. The situation calls for urgent action and a re-evaluation of policies to ensure that housing becomes a right, not a privilege. Now let's talk numbers. How many homes does Ireland actually need? Experts estimate Ireland needs at least 50,500 new homes annually, but in 2024, Ireland only managed to complete about 30,000 homes, and apartment completions dropped by a shocking 24% year-on-year. Developers blame rising construction costs and bureaucratic planning delays for slowing progress. The human cost is devastating. Homelessness has reached record highs. Over 15,000 people, including thousands of children, are living in emergency accommodation. And if you're looking for affordable rentals, good luck. A recent report found only 46 properties nationwide within housing assistance payment limits, with most concentrated in Dublin. So what can be done? Experts suggest several solutions. First, increase public investment in social housing instead of relying on private developers. Second, regulate vulture funds more strictly. No more tax breaks or bulk buying loopholes. Third, streamline planning processes to speed up construction projects. Ireland's housing crisis isn't just about numbers. It's about people struggling to find a place they can call home. If you think this needs urgent action, share this video and let your voice be heard. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into important issues like this one.